Hello. This is a tutorial for Cloud Riders by Tori Amos, which is her first single from her forthcoming album, Native Invader, which will be released on September 8th, 2017. The structure of the song is a little bit non-traditional. It's verse, verse, rise, chorus, verse, 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 rise, chorus. And there's an intro and an outro. It is in C natural minor, so the relevant scale will be and that is for the intro and the verses, and the structure is a little bit different, and even when it modulates in those portions, it will be borrowing chords from earlier in the song that are then alien in that modulated context. So we'll get there when we get there. But for now, the important thing to know is that the first four chords of the song are C minor 9, that's C, E flat, G, and D, and you can take the D and put it down here so that it's C minor 2. The next one is B flat major, which is B flat, D, and F. You can add a G, which would make it a G minor chord, a G minor 7th chord in first inversion. The third chord is A flat major 7, which is A flat, C, E flat, and G. And then back to B flat major again. So these are the chords that will, by and large, get you through the intro and the verses. There's a little change in the verse, we'll get there. So the melody for the introduction goes like this. That's E flat, G, B flat, C, E flat, D. And then it will go to C. Back to this. And you can add a G there with this note because that would be consistent with the A flat major chord where we would be at the time. And then verse 1. That's where we get a difference. Instead of the A flat major 7th chord, there's an F minor 7th chord. So instead of this chord, it would be this: F, C, E flat, A flat. And some people might not have hands that can stretch all the way up there, so you can voice it however is most comfortable for you. That's root position, first inversion, second inversion, third inversion. Alright. So this is, I'll give you the melody for the first verse. like to use there would be A flat 9 in second inversion. So I would have, it would be basically this chord, A flat, B flat, C, and E flat, but I like the E flat in the bass here. There it's just C minor, B flat major, and A flat major 7th. And you hold the A flat major for another measure there. So we go through the verse, and then we go through the verse again, and then it changes for the rise. And this is how the rise goes. The part after that is what I suppose we could call the chorus. So these are the chords for the rise and the chorus. It's C major, then E major. While you're here, feel free to add a suspension, which would be A going down to G sharp. You can try to add a 7th too, which would be D. But you don't have to. Then F for 2 beats. For the next 2 beats, it is D half diminished in first inversion, which is D, F, A flat, and C. So this is the chord, and the inversion just means you take the D from down there and put it up here. So, from the beginning of the rise, then we have a measure that has 2 beats of C and 2 beats of E. Those are the chords during the rise. And then the chorus, it's F major, and then D major, I would say in first inversion, which would mean you'd have your D major chord, D, F sharp, A, and the bass note would be F sharp. So because in the second 2 beats of that measure, we go into a variant of A flat. this, it's important just to get the feel of the A flat. There are a lot of different ways you can decorate it and a lot of substitute chords you can put there. And in fact, A flat might not be the technically correct chord, but that is the benchmark you're going for. That's the harmonic sound you want. It's something that we would say is going to be pretty subdominant in C major. That would work too, but you'll if you play by ear and arrange, you'll want to be careful with how you voice the piano along with the melody if you're playing it, because it can become too much of a mess. So something like this. So something like A flat, or if you want the F in the bass there, that would actually be F minor 7, which is really similar to A flat major itself, but that's the sound you're going for. You might even want to experiment with putting a D half diminished chord there. The D half diminished will be a little bit more subtle, and that if you play A major there, it's really big and bold, which is the way the song is at that point. So that is why I like A major at that point. Alright, so the chorus again. Then we go to E. It'll be, and then A minor, and I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with E major to A minor. It comes up a lot when you're playing in A minor, and we're like temporarily borrowing that from A minor because this song is in so many different keys in so many different places, and different keys in places within those places. Back to and the note G is going to be in the melody there. And the chords will be I'm going to play E major there with the 7th, and I'm going to put the 7th in the bass. So it would actually be E major 7 in 3rd inversion. And then it goes to A minor there. Then A minor again. And then inversion of F minor. You can either play A major there, F minor, and second inversion, first inversion, just to get that feel across. I think that works. That would be F minor in first inversion, A flat, C, and F. So that should be enough to get you through the intro, the verses, the rise, and the chorus. I apologize for the length of this, but there is a lot going on in this song. And then at the end, it's C, A, G, C. And then C, G, F, G. And it would probably be nice to end this song on C major. So I would play E, G, and a C in the bass. Alright, so hopefully that was helpful for anyone interested in learning cloud riders the visual way. I can be a visual learner with things like that. I can read sheet music, but a lot of us out there know that it's sometimes a hassle, and you can get negative transfer from it at times. Alright, so I hope everyone is having a good day, and I look forward to hearing the rest of the album. And that is all for now. Bye-bye.